So this is a real time of my sump, and we'll just take a look, but we're mostly going to talk about the calcium reactor. So I've just got pumice stone and a Aquamaxx FC120 skimmer, which is working great, and that's a that light like on my Nano, and it's growing coral down here, and then efflux pump, but ATO in there. And then so the apex comes into play for the calcium reactor. Obviously it's got a probe in the top. I set my apex, if I want my calcium reactor at 4.5, I set my apex to turn on the solenoid that's right there on and off at like 0.03 over and under, so 6.2 to 6.8. And on my old Aquatech, it would kick on and off like 20 times a day, but in my newer GLA, these things are great. I think they're made in Europe, but it kicks on and off like 3 times a day. That bubble counter screw is so buttery smooth. You can set it to whatever you want, and it just goes. And this needle never moves, no matter what the tank does. And then I got a 5-pound tank back there. So I rely on a, it's a $200 regulator, but that's kind of one of the important pieces. But it's not electronic like the other one that I was looking at. That's $100 more. So there's just some GFO. I stopped the no pox. I was just for getting the tank started a while ago. I've since taken it offline. But here's the calcium reactor, the Aquamaxx Nano. I think it's rated up to 50 gallons. I bought this for my 29-gallon biocube. I started with Kalkwasser. I couldn't keep it at Alka 7. I added this, and I just kept both on there. I bought an Avast do-it-yourself media reactor. This is the smallest one, and I just filled it up and made a second chamber. And I never seen bigger second chambers. They're usually smaller. I don't know why, but I feel like it's gone down some, and like it's getting used up in here. So it doesn't take a lot of space, and I was able to recommend it. Now, when I filled it up about a year and a half ago to here, and it's gone down to here. And you can look at my videos on other tanks. I grew a lot of coral, so I'm still working on the first batch that I put in there over a year ago. So I've got more Nios. That's what that is, the Nios media. But I don't, and I put some magnesium in there, but I haven't changed it. You can even see the white magnesium chips there. So there's a BRS one-way check valve to keep the water from flowing back into my regulator. And of course, double junction VRS probe. Get those, I get them on Black Friday because they're always on sale. Just replace it once a year. So, and then I just measure my alkalinity. Oh, and then the other most important thing, here we go. So here's the out effluent. So the way I came up with that drip rate, and I actually wouldn't mind running it off the intake line here. Excuse me, but that might be something I do change, so it just changes it to effluent. I don't get a lot of pressure changes when the GFO gets a little clogged. It slows down a little bit, not enough to change that much, and a little change doesn't really hurt too much. And then there's nothing else coming off of it except for, yeah, the GFO right now. So, that's the vector or vertex pump or needle valve. And so I put another, you can see it, check valve down here, and I just run it at that rate, and then adjust my pH. I guess if I had to do more, I'd try to open it up and get a steadier rate, but I started with something that would stay, and these things take a little while, and then you figure out, oh, okay, that's always going to drip like that, and then you work your pH backwards on that, and so then that's already, that's at least constant for what, so you don't have to ever fiddle with this thing. If you get in the fiddle with this thing every time, you change that thing no matter what. So if you just change that thing and leave that thing alone, and you get your levels, then you're doing good, and that's it. So the tank's doing well. I just got a mystery wrasse out of quarantine. I think I have a filter here. Yeah, so everything's healthy. I just Added this big Redactus rock, which is going to look awesome under the blues. Oh, and there's the auto feeder. Best thing ever. Got some Akari pellets in there, small. Just that tiny little bit, 4 times a day. And I guess we get to watch the fish eat. Let's close this. Coral Beauty. Blue Chromis. It's a fire shrimp. Oh, where's the... There he is. There's the Flame Angel. He's out all the time anyways. And then the Lightning Maroon. And there's a Starburst Anthea in here somewhere. And then I just put a Mystic... There he is. A Mystic Rast. Just got out of quarantine. Love this guy. So he's doing well, obviously. He's going after the pellets. He was eating pellets day 1. He's been in quarantine for 3 weeks, which I know is, I took him out too soon, but I got some more fish, so I had to. But he was good. Yeah, so the calcium reactor keeps up with all them stony corals, you know, and they say it's rated for 50. That's 55. If you made it to the end, thank you. Calcium reactors took me a long time to figure out, and by a long time, I mean a couple weeks, longer than just like a protein skimmer. So, you know, it's not bad. I love it. I've never dosed 2-part. I've done Kalkwasswer, like I said, but I don't. I adjust my apex every once in a while, but I don't touch that thing. And I haven't for like a year. I moved it over from the other tank. That's the same media that was in it. So, of course, I don't run super high lighting, but enough to grow Acropora. All right. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, peace.